I think you have to come to it with sitting them down and saying, I've come across something that is really, really important. This is kind of life-changing for me. It means a lot. And I need to have a very semi-serious conversation with you. Now, that might not work for everybody, but that's what I would do. I would sort of make it very real and very like, this means so much to me and my heart's kind of like in a million pieces and I need to communicate this with you. And I know because we're a team and because you love me and because you respect me, put all those words in.
Yes.
That I know that you will at least listen to what I have to say and be open to what I need to show you. You know, because this is going to affect our life, our home, us. Now, maybe that's building it up too much for some people.
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's too much. So this is where you have to...
It's up to each individual to decide how they're going to pitch it. This is just one example.
Exactly. A lot of men might run for the hills hearing that. It's kind of like, we need to talk. No man ever wants to hear that. So maybe that's the wrong thing. But me, I'm hyper emotional. So I'd just sit down and go, we have a disaster to talk about. You know, I don't know.
And, you know, further to that, you could also add, and if I suppress what it is that I truly feel deep inside my heart, that's going to lead me to resent you. And that's going to create more tension in our relationship. Yeah? Like, I don't know. It depends how far you're willing to go, how far you feel comfortable with.
Yeah. And this
we're just being honest here.
I mean, this is what I would do to you and probably what you would do back to me. But again, it's going to depend on where's your starting place in your relationship. You know, how do you already communicate?
That's right. What's the existing dynamic like?
Exactly.
The pre-existing dynamic.
Yeah.
Before veganism came into your lives.
Exactly. And then I think what happens is people think, well, from this conversation, what's going to happen next weekend when we're supposed to have Bob and Mary over for that barbecue?
Yeah.
You know, so
the mind-projected future.
Yes, and what about at Christmas? And what about that work function? But I still want to go out with my mates. And you know, so I think
all of those things have to be dealt with one at a time.
Yes, and just bring it...
But not all at the same time.
No, just bring it down to right now. We're having this conversation and we're learning together. And right now, we as a team, as a partnership, are deciding what happens in this household.
Yeah, because if that's not decided yet, of course you can't tackle the other stuff that's going to happen with Bob and Mary in a week's time.
That's right. Bob's going to eat a quinoa burger and he's not going to know any different. Don't worry about Bob. Okay, we'll deal with Bob. Just start with what happens in the household first.
Bob hasn't tried Gardine's crispy tender chicken strips yet, has he?
That's right.
And if he doesn't, he might meet an early demise through heart disease or...
You could save Bob's life.
Exactly.
You know, so this could be a very good thing for everybody, including Bob and Mary.
That's right.
Do you see where we went there? We just went. So, definitely use the transitional foods to help your partner ease into it. That's right.
And something that we say all the time to women who have gone vegan, for example, but their non-vegan male partners giving them, you know, problems. The man might be the head of the family, you know, in the patriarchal society that we've been indoctrinated into. However, the woman is the neck that turns the head.
Yeah.
So...
we have a lot of power, ladies.
Exactly.
We have a lot of power.
And there's the old cookie jar too, isn't there?
Oh, keep it G-rated, Luca.
No, I'm just saying you can put the lid on the cookie jar and say, no cookies.
Moving on.
I'm just saying.
It'll probably, but that's just going to build resentment. And
I'm just saying you can pull out all stops.